If you ever step foot on a softball diamond, chances are you've come across one of the most decorated officials in Hawaii, Gary Shiraishi. In a career that spanned nearly 30 years, his tireless pursuit to perfecting his craft and those of others led him to lead the Hawaii Umpire Association and become umpire-in-chief for the ILH and HHSAA.
When I worked with Gary, what stood out about him, of course, is his work ethics. He, as an umpire, he hustled. He was very knowledgeable of the rules. We always sat in meetings. He studied his rule book, and we went out on the field. He put that into play. So he was known as a very fair umpire, and he was very respected, and to a point.
Excelling in both fast and slow pitch, Gary Shiraishi spent nearly 20 years officiating in NCAA Division I, Division II, and NAIA softball games, including the men's Super Slow Pitch Nationals from 2001 to 2003. For each of those years, Gary earned the top spot of his profession as home plate umpire, the only ASA USA umpire to achieve that feat. But it wasn't just his incredible knowledge of the game that led him there, but his pure professionalism that earned him the respect of everyone.
I'd hear the players say, hey, we got that guy, or on the girls' side, it would always be, wow, we got the real umpire. And that would make me sort of think like, what did that make the rest of us? Were we fake? So yeah, but all in all, I knew what they were saying. They were grateful and they knew that Gary was a fair umpire, and more importantly, he was going to bring his best game, just like the rest of the participants would.
Gary's passion for teaching shined throughout his career, leading with humility and care, and giving other officials a chance to shine on the diamond, regardless of experience or gender.
Gary would encourage women to be a part of the game and, come into umpiring. And when we did started to have more female umpires, he was very nurturing, he was very patient, and, he was there to build up. And so he made sure that the game was fun, but at the same time that we all remembered what our purpose was, and that was to be officials of the game.
Keeping your eye on the ball and get on the play, just some of the fundamentals he preached. Essential mechanics he used as a base umpire in a championship game involving a play at home plate.
The ball and the runner came at the same time, bang. The home plate umpire was right there on that play. And everybody was waiting for his call, and he pointed to Gary, and he said, "Gary, what's the call?"
Emphatically, he called safe, critical in defining him as an official.
In that moment, it validated for me the type of umpire Gary is. Confident, fair, and he's able to handle the toughest situation on any game.
From becoming an ASA Gold Level umpire in 1993 to an ASA USA Elite umpire in 2003, there's not a lot Gary hasn't accomplished, but through it all, he's never forgotten the greater purpose: grow the game, inspire others, and give back to the sport that's given him so much.
Thank you for inspiring me to be a better official. Thank you for your contribution to the game of softball in Hawaii. And more importantly, congratulations. This honor is well deserved. I would tell him, welcome to the Hall.
Congratulations to 2022 Hawaii Sports Officials Hall of Fame inductee, Gary Shiraishi.
Woo! One more time, everybody. Aloha! And welcome, everyone. I wrote a little speech today because I was told to keep the speech limited to 3 minutes. And my wife says, just tell everybody thank you and get off the stage. So I wrote, I hate speeches. I hate writing them, and most of all, I hate following them. However, I need my glasses because I have to keep an eye on my family here. They're going to raise their hand where they're going to tell me, get off the stage. And in fact, I can't read the script with the glasses. In any case, aloha and good evening to all. I'd like to thank Cal Evans, President of the Hawaii Sports Officials Hall of Fame, and the Board of Directors for this prestigious award, and to allow me to join the other outstanding sports officials in this Hall of Fame. I also congratulate the class of 2022 honorees for their selection tonight, and their families as well. They must be extremely proud of each of your accomplishments. Congratulations. And as you saw on the video, a great, huge mahalo to Miss Leilani Okuda. Yes, we worked together in what was once called the Amateur Softball Association. She nominated me, and with the support of the Hawaii ASA retired softball commissioner, Mr. Donald Minell, a really huge mahalo. Let's give both of these people a hand. Join me. Also, so I don't forget, I digress, not following the script. I'd like to also congratulate one of the awardees tonight as an outstanding official in softball, Mr. Paul Barrio. You're the next generation of outstanding ASA umpires. Welcome to the organization. You must now be the model for everyone else. Congratulations, Paul. I also want to thank the Selection Committee of the Hall of Fame. Without them, obviously I wouldn't be here. And also a huge thank you to my family, friends, and fellow ASA umpires for being here this evening to help celebrate tonight's Hall of Fame induction. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate your presence tonight, and it has overwhelmed me to the bottom of my core. Thank you. And lastly, thanks go out to each and every one of you tonight who have chosen to be here despite the ongoing COVID-19 threat. You are here to honor your loved one, family member, friend, and acquaintance. Thank you for being here to help celebrate the Hall of Fame's class of 2022 and their families. Please give yourselves a hand as well. I'm departing. I began playing softball in the lower level novice leagues with my brother and participated in 2 to 3 leagues a week, playing a game or two and having the choice of my beverage after the game. One day, my wife Ann, sitting right here in front of me, asked for me to reconsider playing softball so I could spend a little more time at home with the family and the kids. I replied, sure, but I want to stay in touch with the game. So what I'd like to do is become a softball umpire. I won't be away as much. I can spend the time with you and the kids. Little did she know, as much as I, that officiating ASA umpire games took me away from the family even more. For that, I thank my wife Ann, who I've known since the age of 16. We have been married for 47 years, so that's 53 years she's had to put up with me. Thank you. For me, growing up in the older generation, it's very hard for me to say a few words, but to Ann, I do love you very, very much. Thank you to our son Grant and to our daughter Lynn for your patience and kindness during those years as we worked the ASA umpire game. So, lo and behold, I responded to an ad in the Star Bulletin at that time, asking for umpires. And what did I do? I showed up at Lanakila Park at 2 o'clock, as per the act. And this is where I met a very, very influential person in the Amateur Softball Association, Mr. Donald Minell. He probably thought, who in the world is this guy walking in, shorts and t-shirts saying, I want to be an umpire. Lo and behold, however, he gave me an assignment that day. He said, here's a powder blue shirt. Get yourself a pair of gray slacks. Find some comfortable shoes, and you're on the field Wednesday night with Sandy Santiago in the girls or women's slow pitch softball championship. I never spoke with Sandy about what my performance was. Neither did he critique me, because I'm really, really glad. Because the calls that I made and the way I made them would make me, now as a knowledgeable umpire chief, cringe and say, this guy needs help. Help him. When I look back at my years and memories as a Hawaii ASA USA softball umpire, I was blessed with strong family support, an outstanding national and local organization, and with experienced and knowledgeable instructors, and, like most people, some luck. Without these requisites, there was no way I would be here tonight, let alone qualify as a registered Amateur Softball Association umpire. The first, family support. You heard from all the honorees tonight how important it is that we had a strong family base. Judge Cardoza said it best. We need that. My wife Ann, who took care of the kids, Grant and Lynn, and the subsequent hard work in supporting a family of 4. Without her approval and support, my umpire career would never have taken off at all. For that, I thank you so very much. To our son Grant, who became an umpire to support his dad, I guess at the age of 12. That was the youngest he could qualify. And our daughter Lynn, who played softball because she was the princess. She knew Dad. I don't know why you played softball, but it's my guess that you just wanted to be close to Dad. In any case, to our son and daughter, I thank you for your patience and understanding. My love for both of you grows stronger each day, and I am proud to be a dad. As a side note, and again I digress, I said at the age of 12, my son became a registered ASA umpire. And we had a father and son moment. We were assigned to do an 8-under Junior Olympic girls softball game in Hawaii Cup. And after school, I picked him up and we proceeded down to the game site. As soon as we got to the game site, starting to unload the equipment, I became violently ill. I mean, I couldn't get out of the car. I couldn't carry out my assignment. Probably the only assignment I never did in my entire career. My son didn't blink. I said, you have to do the game. He grabbed the equipment, the face mask, the soccer guards. We went behind the plate in an 8-under girls fast pitch softball game. He did very well. No complaints from anyone. This memory makes me so proud to be his dad. And it also makes me say, what a lucky guy I have to have such a great family. You also have to have an outstanding organization. I met Donald Minell at that first meeting at Lanakila Park. Little did I know at that time that shortly thereafter, Don would become the Hawaii State ASA Commissioner
and through his quiet but effective leadership, grew the organization and the umpire program. Starting out in the adult men's and women's leagues, to the establishment of the Junior Olympic program for children, for the girls. Don Meinel and his team of leaders made a huge contribution to the state of Hawaii softball, especially to the girls' softball program. I am confident to say today, without the leadership of Don, Hawaii ASA may have gone down a different path than the successful one it has been for years and years on end. He's quiet. He always stays in the background. But ladies and gentlemen, please help me in honoring tonight the just retired Hawaii State ASA USA Softball Commissioner, Mr. Don Meinel. Don, please stand and join me. You also have to have extremely knowledgeable instructors. I had that. But my instructors didn't know, maybe they did know eventually, that they were lucky. I was like a blank piece of paper. I knew nothing about umpiring. In fact, I didn't like umpires. Not at all. If the call didn't go my way when I was playing, I didn't like it. I didn't agree with it. But luck was still with me when I was introduced to the two mentors who taught me and showed me the right way to officiate softball. They taught me to understand and apply the rules, get into the proper position to make a call, and with your quote, God-given talent, whatever that was, make the call. I was always told we are amateur officials, where we conduct and present ourselves as professionals. These two mentors are not here tonight. They are Ron Comini Sr., former ASA UIC, and Mr. Herbert Paleka Jr., a Hawaii Sports Official Hall of Fame member. Thank you guys for believing in me and giving me opportunities to officiate at higher levels, both on a local and national level. Along the way in my journey, I had the pleasure to meet many players, many umpires, many coaches, future umpires. And like Judge Cardoza, if I were to name each and every one of them, I would definitely miss someone, and I hate to do that. But to just a few, it's Lani Okuda. She was a moral compass of the Hawaii AC umpire program. Tracy Watanabe, Stan Fish, Roger Javillo, Lou Junior Flores, Sandy Santiago, James White, Howard Qualley, Jan Moranaka, Rick Meinel, Warren Okinaka, Walter Yamatsuka, Bertie Nishida, John Park, Jed Sasaki are just some of the umpires I met, and I learned something from each and every one of them. As the judge says, you learn each time you go out on the field. I also learned lessons from players. One player in particular, Donald, you probably know, Billy Tano. Now, Billy's about 6 feet tall. He's about 225 pounds, and he could probably lift 500 pounds. And he was an imposing third base player for softball league. How can such a guy teach me something? Well, in my second assignment at Crane Park, the ball was hit to the shortstop. The throw went to first base, it was overthrown, and it went into what we call the dead ball area. Overthrow, into the stand. Where does the runner go? Second base. In all my experience, now this being my second game, no training whatsoever as an umpire, I awarded the base runner third base. Third base, guys. Because I said, the guy already had first base when he threw the ball. Now, Billy was playing third base. And he knew I was wrong. And he came up to me. And I thought I was going to get it. I thought he was going to yell, scream, and holler. How in the world could you make such a call? Well, he never did that. He never raised his voice. He listened to my explanation and walked away. Didn't like it probably, but he didn't rant, he didn't rave. He taught me how important patience is. Patience. Ask my wife if Gary here has any patience. She just might say, he doesn't understand the word. My travels with Hawaii ASA and USA Softball, while not anywhere near as extensive as other members of the Hall of Fame, took me across the United States, and it allowed me to officiate the game of softball and meet many, many others, some who have become friends and have given me memories I cherish today. I have a note here that I can tell you a story about one of those memories, because this is one memory I always remember. But that being said, I acquiesced to my wife to do that. Not her. However, I am most proud of the efforts the Hawaii ASA USA Softball umpire staff, along with the support of the Commissioner Don Lionel, made to educate and train hundreds of men and women here on the island of Oahu, Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island to become ASA USA softball umpires, to become the best they can be. I knew what each softball player expected in an umpire. Know the rules. Apply them correctly to the game. Use proper mechanics, and most of all, hustle and get into position to make the best possible call. That's what they wanted. Be fair, be in position, make the call. This mantra is what drove me to teach the ASA umpire techniques and rules, and I really, really love doing this. I want to thank all the individuals who helped accomplish this feat, and those who became ASA umpires, and everyone for growing the game of ASA softball officiating in the state of Hawaii. I am also very proud of our umpire team who made it possible for each of these newly trained umpires to advance within the organization. My mentors gave me that opportunity. They allowed me to learn, to practice, to do games from the high school level, regular league games, to the state tournament, to the championship games behind the plate, moved me to NAIA, NC2A, and even allowed me to officiate championship ASA games on the medium. We were proud, very proud, to give that same offer to the umpires we trained. That was one of the most satisfying aspects of what my job was as the umpire-in-chief for the state of Hawaii. Congratulations to you guys, some of which are here today, who made it all the way up to the NC2A level. You've done a great job. Officiating ASA softball as an avocation has been wonderful. It is filled with many memories, both good and not so good, that I will forever cherish and reflect upon. Thank you to all who taught and supported me, offered words of encouragement, and gave me the opportunity to be the best I could be as an ASA umpire. Once again, thank you to the board of the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame and its selection committee, to all of you attending tonight to help us celebrate this momentous occasion. And I am humbled by the decision of the board, and I am happy and graciously accept this award. Mahalo. Good night.
3 minutes. Just getting word that, I'm just getting word right now that speech was so long. Every part of the rail is complete, everyone. We finished it. We can all just leave your cars here. I need someone to follow me to my car after this thing. I love you, Gary. I love you. The family is well deserving.